Good music and words of encouragement here on Howcee Productions Gospel Blog Talk Radio. You want to call in, the telephone number is 347-202-0317. You just want to listen in, 619-629-4634 or 713-955-0464. We are on Facebook, we are on YouTube, we are on iTunes. We are all over the internet. Our blog is Howcee Productions Gospel, blogspot.com. Our radio station is also on the internet. All you have to type in is Howcee, Howcee. Again, welcome to Howcee Productions Gospel, blog, talk radio. As we continue here, we have a good program lined up for you, and we hope that you will partake of it and enjoy it. And the song that we start off with is a song entitled Anybody Know What Faith Is? And we hope you enjoy it. Anybody knows what faith is? Do you know what faith is? You can't please God without faith. This is the Gospel Creators out of Atlanta, Georgia, opening up our program. You want to get in touch with them? You want to book them? All you have to do is call 404-451-4285. The gentleman is Terrain Foster, who you'll be talking to. The Gospel Creators out of Atlanta, Georgia, from their Blessed by the Best CD. Wave your hand. If you know what faith is tonight, let me see you stand up on your feet tonight. If you know what faith is, does anybody know? Anybody know what faith is? Let me hear you say, I Anybody know? Anybody know? Anybody knows what faith is? Do you know what faith is? The Gospel Creators out of Atlanta, Georgia. Equal Justice Initiative. Equal Justice Initiative. Peace Justice Summit in Education that took place there in Montgomery, Alabama, April 26 and 27, 2018. Brian Stevens is the CEO of the Equal Justice Initiative. Equal Justice is pleased to release this a complete video of education in America, race, and explicit bias, and protecting our children, which was recorded during our Peace and Justice Summit there in Montgomery, Alabama, on April 27. If you have an opportunity, please go by and take a look at the lynching monument there to all of those that have been killed here in the United States by the hands of racism in America. This runs about an hour and 10 minutes, I believe. It was recorded April the 26th and 27th in Montgomery, Alabama. We hope you will enjoy it as we record it here and play it back for you on Howcee Productions Blog Talk Radio. We want to thank the folks there, Mr. Brian Stevens and them there. We also did a program a while back with Oprah Winfrey and Anthony Ray Hinton, which I had an opportunity to be and witness his life there at Holman Prison in Atmore, Alabama. He made me a promise when he was there to come to my church at Antioch Baptist Church in Tunnel Springs, Alabama. Antioch Baptist Church, number 1, Tunnel Springs, Alabama, where Reverend Waylon Olive is the pastor. And Anthony Ray Hinton, this is Freddie Howard. We are still calling on you and asking you to come by Antioch Baptist Church in Tunnel Springs, Alabama, and talk to our people when you have time on your full schedule. Fit us in. My name is Freddie Howard. I'm quite sure you remember me as a security guard there at Holman Prison on death row when you were there. And the many times that we talk, and the many times that I ate off food that you had prepared there in the prison. But anyway, when you have time, come by to Antioch Baptist Church and give me plenty of time so I can fill the house up with people that want to hear you and see you. And then also from the Equal Justice Initiative, the 2-day summit accompanied by a grand opening of the National Memorial Peace and Justice Legacy Museum from Enslavement to Mass Incarceration featured talks and music and panel discussion with national leaders. A sampling of the summit revealed the broad range of presenters and performers who participated in the 2-day program. All right, this will run about an hour and 10 minutes, and we hope that you will enjoy it here on Howcee Productions Gospel. Equal Justice Initiative, Peace and Justice Summit, Reverend William Barber. All right, stay with us here on Howcee Productions Gospel, Blog Talk Radio.
Imagine that you and your family and friends have been standing on either side of a railroad track for generations, watching as serial trains proceed down the track. Imagine that on one side of the train, there is a letter, an alphabet on each car. On one side of the train, the alphabets spell education. On the other side of the train, the alphabets spell literacy. Imagine further that you are forbidden by law to board the train, and therefore, concomitantly, you are forbidden by law to dream about, to think about, or to reach the destination of the train. Imagine that your own innate sense of education and literacy has been either obliterated or contaminated substantially by your circumstances for generations. Then imagine that there comes a time when you are finally permitted to board that train, of course, in the rear cars, and that you leave the environment on the side of that train behind, and that no one on the train, particularly the conductor, the railroad company, or any of the other leaders of the train, understand the environment that you left behind on the side of the train. They understand only the environment of the train's origins. And therefore, the perspectives and all of the lessons taught on that train and at that destination are consistent with the railroad company, not yours. My name is Vanzetta Penn McPherson, and like Sophia Bracey Harris earlier this week, I am what EJI is calling a local. As a native of and resident of Montgomery, I am, like all of the rest of us, flooded with memories of the civil rights movement and immersed in all of the details of the accountings and stories that you have heard and will continue to hear on this marvelous celebration. But in spite of that flooding and that immersion, I am also very gratified, and I have a renewed sense of enlightenment by EJI's and Brian Stevenson's brilliant creation of the Legacy Museum and the National Memorial for Peace and Justice. Because of several things, not just the art, the sculpture, the sobriety, not just the necessity for those sites, but also because EJI has spectacularly created and articulated the nexus between slavery and mass incarceration. They have answered the question that so many have posed, and that question is why? They have answered another question that is always necessary in any analytical analysis of a phenomenon, and that question is how? This morning, there are three scholars who will enlighten all of us with their research and with their brilliance as well. Dr. Walter Gilliam is a professor in the Child Studies Center at Yale University. His research involves early childhood education and intervention policy. And his research seeks to find ways and implement ways to improve the quality of pre-kindergarten and child care services and the impact of early childhood education programs on children's school readiness. Dr. Howard Stevenson is a chair professor of Africana Studies in the Human Development and Quantitative Methods Division at the University of Pennsylvania. And in case you're wondering, yes, there is gravitas to his surname. He is, among other things, proof that the Stevenson gene pool contains chromosomes for both excellence and racial integrity. Dr. Stevenson's research focuses on negotiating racial conflicts and using racial literacy for